There were nomads that started to weave as a cottage industry when rugs became extremely popular. This is a rug woven by weavers from the Qashqai tribe of southwest Persia. And basically, they've taken a combination of nomadic motifs and motifs that would have been found in classical city rugs and combined them. These are beautiful palmettes that have been called scarabs by some, but I think they're palmettes. The medium blue field is quite unusual. Usually it's more of a navy like what you see in the border. And the place where the weavers can really improvise are these little areas where they can't fit in the main motif. So for instance, in this corner spandrel, you have the large botte, but then here they just used a bunch of flower heads. And this is the beginning of the rug, so I'm kind of going backwards, but you get the idea. And then when you go up the side, you will see more of that improvisation with all those little flower heads filling that space. And then all along here, that whole row of designs that are next to the border are the woman's way of taking care of that space and filling it the way that she wanted it to. The size of this is about 5 by 8, and the condition is remarkable. At the bottom, at the top end, you have these natural colored warp threads, undyed. And the reason you see a very long fringe at the end of the rug is because they didn't want to waste the warp threads that were left over. So very often you'll have a much shorter fringe or even no fringe at all at the beginning of the rug. This would have been made by 2 women, and I can't go into it right now, but there's again a lot of evidence of how one woman would lead in terms of the ideas for designs. For instance, this flower head was started about 5 rows of knots before that flower head. And then if we come up here, actually we should go from the beginning of the rug. You can see the creativity is very different from one weaver to the other. So here's the woman who was on the right. Here's the woman that was on the left, and they both dealt with that empty space very differently. They both had some of this interesting sort of acidy green color, which they only had for a small amount of time. It's reminiscent of the green that you see in Farallon rugs that's slightly corrosive. Hope you've enjoyed this. See you next time.